Tayvon with Mr. Rico Radio on Mr. Rico.
Let's get to it, shall we?
Yes, yeah.
Hey, how's it going? How's life?
Life is wonderful right now.
Should we talk about how you guys saw me come in tonight? should we talk about that real quick? Like,
oh, no.
Yeah, I'll tell them the story. I zoomed into the parking lot, and what song was playing?
Donna Summer's
Tonight,
Last
Last Dance. Yeah, so that came on, and I got real hyped. And I know that that's kind of weird because many people might not get lit. They might not feel the feeling to get lit to that song, but I felt the feeling.
Oh, no, you appreciate music, you feel that song.
You know what I'm saying? I was feeling it. And so I just was driving in circles in the parking lot with my arm out the window, like screaming the song.
And fidgeting too. Don't forget fidgeting.
Fidgeting, apparently. And Tayvon was waiting in the parking lot at this point, and I did not realize that was him. And I get up here, and then he texts me 10 minutes later or so, and he's like, yeah, so that was me. Let me know when you're ready.
That was me you were doing donuts around. I'm shocked you didn't put it in reverse and just Fast and the Furious type shit.
I mean, I was going to be extra with it, but then right after I did that, the parking lot security guard came through, and I was like, oh, she's probably going to say something.
Mystery girl fashion.
All right, so that was my entrance. And I thought that was a funny story. So Tayvon, let's talk about you now. Less about me, more about you. I actually met you in the stew. I always wanted to say that. I met you in the stew. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done.
I don't think I've ever heard that before. But
I don't know. You know, people always
coined that one right there.
Do it? Yeah, I should trademark that. You're from Waterbury.
Yes.
Okay, and grew up, born and raised?
No, actually, I'm born and raised in New Jersey.
Oh, look at that. I'm learning things.
And I migrated to Waterbury, and, I spent a very significant amount of time there. Met some pretty amazing people, some of which are in this room with me right now.
Nice. Do you want to shout out the people in the room right now?
Yes, I got my brother, J.O., to this side, to my left of me.
Hey.
I got my other brothers right here, my boy Drew. And my boy Will. Will's going to make me a lot of money one day, I promise you.
And I know Drew and Will as well. So, it's all family here.
Yes,
it's a nice little reunion. Yeah. So how old were you when you came to Connecticut?
I was going to say I was about 12, 13 years old.
Okay. All right. So you got a good taste in New Jersey.
Yes.
Before you came out here. All right. So when did you start doing music?
Well, it's actually a funny story. I started doing music
funny stories.
when I was around I want to say 9 or 10 years old.
Okay.
My uncle would have these sleepovers that he would call smackdown sleepovers for, 10 or 20 children. And we had these and we can be our favorite wrestlers and things like that. It was a pretty good time.
Nice.
But he would have these segments where he would allow us to, kind of freestyle and rap. And every time it was my turn, the anticipation from my turn was just amazing. And that confidence just stuck with me as a child. And from there, it's just... My parents have always built me up to continue to do this, and they're the reason why I do this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So your parents are supportive of the career goal here?
Well, my mom is supportive of it. My dad, I really don't know too much about him, So, that is what it is. But situations like that, it teaches you lesson and it builds you to become a different person.
For sure.
Teach you to have a certain character.
For sure. So these sleepovers started in New Jersey then, right?
Yes.
I'm going to assume.
Yes.
And then that's where you got your taste of it, and then you came to Connecticut. So do you pull inspiration from New Jersey and Connecticut? Do you think you have a little Jersey flavor? What's going on here?
Yes, definitely have a little bit of Jersey flavor.
All right.
Definitely. And I mean, my love for music, generally came from, I grew up with a single mom. Mm-hmm. So she would play Mary J. Blige, Jagged Edge, SVW. And I was hearing all of this great music. And keep in mind, to me, 90s music is some of the best times ever in music history.
Oh, yeah, you can't argue that.
So from a young age, I developed a pretty sound ear for great music. And, that definitely has something that play a part in what I want to do now.
Nice. So, okay, so let's talk about this. Is it an EP or an album?
Oh, it's a mixtape.
It's a mixtape. Okay, it's a mixtape. And it's called, what's it called, 7/6?
Yes, July 6th, my birthday.
July 6th, your birthday. I assumed that. I was going to ask you what the date meant, but duh. And we have little Tay on the cover of the mixtape. We have look so cute in that picture.
Thank you.
So yeah, tell me about, I mean, I noticed there's a certain like tone to it. There's a certain specific like vibe and flow to it. So yeah, tell us like what were you trying to get across when you made this?
Honesty.
Honesty.
Just unrestricted honesty.
I hear that too. I
It's
hear
just
it.
a lot of people, for some reason, they hide behind a mask, if you will, and the mask is called social media. But I just feel like I want to be myself. I don't want to make up these stories or be this unnecessary tough guy. I have
Right.
feelings, I have emotions that I want to talk about. I've been in situations where they hurt. I still go through things where they hurt, and I've always been big on music is just what feelings sound like. So I try to make music the way I feel. And, the feedback that I've been getting is actually pretty, humbling and pretty amazing.
All right. So you've been getting good feedback from it then,
Yes.
of course.
Yes.
I really liked it. I mean, yeah, you can definitely hear that because you're not like, yeah, like F, bitches and, like, yeah, like I'm on the block. Like you're talking about real stuff. So you can definitely hear the genuineness in the mixtape and the songs. I hear those recordings. Are those real because I remember I asked you that once, like back in the day. I was like, is that something? And you were like, yeah, that's a real recording. So are these like real recordings, or are they
These are all 100% real recordings.
100% real recordings?
Yes, everything's authentic.
All right, let me ask you this. Did you tell these people you're going to use the recordings, or were people calling you up mad? Like, yo, Tay, why you put me on blast like that?
I mean, in sake of not getting into trouble, I'm going to say, yes, these people do know about it.
Okay, all right. He's giving the right political answer here. What would you say is your favorite subject to make music about?
Love.
Love. Okay. I heard that. I just, wanted to make you say it.
Yeah. Love.
I gotta mess with you a little bit.
I love love. And, there's a lot of people who feel like, love makes you weak or, a certain way. But I feel like the right love can make a person strong. It can make a person confident and uninsecure,
Right.
So, yeah, I love love.
All right. I love love too. Right? Don't we? Let's all hold hands. Sorry, guys. I'm silly. Mystery Girl is silly. So we played Hookah Girls and Bartenders, and we played Live in Peace, Rest in Peace. Do you have a favorite song on there, or a song that you want to make sure like people hear that you really like?
To be honest, no. I mean, I feel a certain way about each and every single song, so it's hard. I mean, it varies.
Right,
Sometimes
changes every day.
Sometimes, when I'm in a deep mood, I like LIP, but when I'm ready to go out and go to the club, I'm gonna listen to Burberry Umbrella and I'm gonna turn up really quick. So it just depends on the day, honestly.
Right. Okay. I mean, I was gonna say Burberry Umbrella. Yeah, I'm gonna play that after this interview. I'd be bumping to that one. You heard that one. You were here. I played it as a part of one of my past mystery mixes.
Yeah.
I told you mad late though. I don't know if you remember. I
remember.
hit you up and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play your song, and I don't know if you got it till the next day. But I really really like that one. So how important is this? Is this your first mixtape that you've dropped?
Yes.
Okay, so this is important. This is like your introduction.
Yes.
You would say into
into music. That's why I think it's very important that my first project is me being honest.
Right.
I don't want to, personify a character that I'm not. This is me. I'm honest. I'm always going to be honest with you, and I'm always going to be personal with you.
Right.
Because I feel like you have a better connection with your fans when they feel like they know you and they feel like they know what you've been through.
Right. That's important. So you want to leave that good first impression.
Yes.
And then after that, you can do whatever.
Yes.
Right. No, that's smart. I like that approach. That's a good approach.
When you wrote this, was this a bunch of music you had for years? Because there's a flow to it, so it seems like it was a project you put together as one project, not taking from a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, that's a good question.
There was a very, very, very little percentage of the mixtape that I've had, for years. Just some things that I've always wanted to put on paper, but a majority of the mixtape is actually me going through life and just, when I felt, I wrote it down, and, and I put together these these nice pieces. Yeah, so it's definitely real time, definitely.
Nice. All right. So, I mean, when I first met you, I think the first time I met you, actually, I watched you like write like a whole song in like, I don't even know how long. I mean, X amount of time. Like, I don't want to be ridiculous and say 10 minutes, but I feel like you wrote a whole song in 10 minutes, honestly.
It probably was 10
right,
minutes,
right.
honestly.
Like, that's how I remember it. So, and I was impressed. I was like, oh, damn. And it was good, too. Like, it was good. I was like, did you just wrote that? What? And I watched you write it, so I knew you just wrote it. But, so, I mean, just for people who are curious, what is that creative process like for you? Is it always different? Like, is it, sometimes are you like, oh yeah, and you write something in 10 minutes, and then some things you kind of start and go back to, and is it always different, or do you have like a set creative process with writing?
I mean, some sounds that I hear, it's very easy for me to come up with a melody and a sound, and then I can just grab it, instantly, and then, just finish the project. But, sometimes I hear something that's more personal, so I never want to force any of my music, because when you force something, it doesn't sound great. So yeah, I might take time, like a day or two, sometimes even a week to write a song, because I want every line and every bar to be perfect.
Right.
And I want the flow just, perfect.
How often are you like inspired? Does it come to you every day? Are you just you're in the corner store and you're buying some juice and you're like, song?
I'm inspired.
You know what I mean?
I'm inspired every day. I'm inspired by that single mom who's struggling and needs help. I'm inspired by that guy who wakes up every morning and works 9 to 5 and isn't being recognized for it.
Right.
I'm inspired by that person who has dreams, but they're too insecure to chase those dreams. I'm inspired by life, to be honest with you.
There you go. He's getting so deep over here. I have to keep it together. Relax. All right. No, but has your mom heard the mixtape?
Yeah, she's heard a little bit of it.
Yeah, what's her reaction to it?
It's actually surprising, because my mom had me at a young age, so she's still fairly young. Mm-hmm. So, when she heard some of the songs, she just gave me that look like, okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe that house is coming in a few years, right? Yeah.
I wouldn't like categorize it as, I mean, I don't like to categorize things anyway, honestly, but I wouldn't call it rap. It has the R&B feel to, you know what I mean? You can hear that stuff that your mom was, putting you onto back then in this music. So that's how
you get it. You get it.
Yeah, yeah. So I was curious to what mom's thinks. I know though sometimes like parents hear it and they hear what you're saying and they're like, whoa, you could have relaxed on the cursing or whatever, because. But no, I was curious. So I mean, why is it important for you to pursue this music career? I mean, do you have like a day-to-day, like 9 to 5, and you do this too as well?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, that's the case with most people. I mean, why is it important for you to make sure you make time for the music?
I mean, if, when it comes to it, and when you're lying on your deathbed, do you ever want to, trouble yourself with what if? Like, I feel like we miss 100% of the shots we don't take.
Right.
So, no matter, what obstacles life place in front of you, you keep chasing what you love.
Right.
Because if you don't love what you're doing, you're not happy. Mm-hmm. You're not happy. No one wants to work a 9 to 5 just to stay alive. Beyonce said that in a song, 9 to 5 to stay alive and 9 to 5 to stay alive. Nobody wants to do that.
No. Preach. Let them know. Follow your dreams, people. Gems from Tayvon out here. Gems. What's your dream situation here? I mean, do you want to be like a superstar? Do you want to be like...
I want to be a star amongst the underdogs.
Right.
Amongst the underachievers, people who don't believe they can do anything. I want to reach out to those people and kind of reestablish confidence within the people who no longer have confidence, because believe it or not, when you look at social media, a lot of people don't love themselves.
That's true.
They portray like they love themselves, but when you really look at it, they don't. And I kind of want to just let everyone know that it's okay to be you. Mm-hmm. You don't have to, live vicariously through anyone else. You can be you, and if anybody doesn't like it, hey, it's their loss. But as long as you love yourself, you'll be fine.
There you go. That's so important, especially now. Like, he knows, the bearded enigma over here, my co-host. He knows how I feel about social media. You know how I feel about social media.
Love-hate relationship.
I have a very love-hate relationship with social media because it's a necessary evil
Yes.
for people in the entertainment industry.
Yes.
But if I did not, I always say if I was not doing this, I wouldn't have social media because it's just like, man, you can really go down some rabbit holes. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just, so I really like what you're saying about that and people being themselves and not getting wrapped up in that whole thing. Like, it's easy, especially when you're making music. It's easy to get sucked into like, oh, everyone's saying this is hot, so this must be hot. And
Exactly.
you know what I mean? And it's like, no, like, just do you, and people are gonna, it might take longer, but people are going to gravitate to it eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like. I hope. I hope so.
Me and
That's
you
how
both.
I feel. So who are you listening to now? Like, what's on your, I always want to say iPod, but those don't exist. Like, what's on your phone now? I mean, but people don't use them. I always want to say that. But what are you listening to now? Like, who are you bumping? Like, who?
Well, for
I like
starters,
asking people this.
Drake.
Drake.
Of course.
Of course.
J. Cole.
Hey.
But I might take it back some days. I might feel like listening to Bill Withers.
Nice.
All right, there you go.
I might feel like listening to some Marvin Gaye, Teddy Pendergrass, Temptations, Anita Baker, Beyonce, some old Keisha Cole, Mary J. Blige.
Yes.
Just music. It's not really a specific person that I listen to, but talent speaks. I find my days listening to Whitney Houston a lot. So
Right.
I listen to a variety of things actually.
Okay, so you gotta stretch yourself because it comes out in the music.
Yes.
If you just listen to one thing, then you're just gonna sound like one thing. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to hit all those. So that's important. I'm always curious about that when I have people come in. I always want to know what they're listening to so I can pick on them or not pick on them. But you were fine. You're okay with your answers. So okay, people can listen to the mixtape on SoundCloud, right? Do you want to like shout out your SoundCloud name and?
Well, you can find all that information on my Instagram and Twitter, and it's all the same name. It's going to be Tay Soldierz.
Okay.
So that's TaySojerz.
There we go.
Yep.
You heard the man, people. So you got to go listen to July 6th. How do I say it like the full thing, or do I say 7/6? Like,
You can say 7/6 or July 6th, either one.
whatever I want.
Yeah.
I got options. Nice. All right. So go check that out. And so you said you were going to freestyle, right?
Yeah, I got a little something.
Okay. Yeah. I right before you came in, I hit you up and I was like, if you're going to freestyle, let me know if you need a beat. And you said, no beat, just bars. And I was like, oh, excuse me. All right. Get them. Let them know. But before we do that, is there anything you want to anything that I didn't ask you or anything you want to make sure people know about you?
No. Pretty much we all summed it up. I just encourage everybody to be themselves and just, be positive.
There we go. Mystery Girl covered it. That means I covered it, right? That means I did a good job? All right. Okay. Just come on, indulge me a little bit, guys. All right. So whenever you're ready, you can hit us with that. I'm excited. All right.
Look. Nowadays, these people looking at you different. Attitude be shifting. Trying to strike me out with all this attitude they pitching. But listen, I said I love you, but your mood be steady shifting. This fall weather got me tripping. Never turn your back on family that love you the most. But every time you need a niggas turn you to ghosts. It's about passion. Feeling that I have in my heart, it's everlasting. I'm hungry, I've been waiting to eat like I was fasting. Tell me about your fears. Tell me about the trust that you put in the people all these years. Or does it hurt to speak on it? Trust me, I know the feeling. Turn the lights out. Been feeling like I'm going down, swinging like a strikeout. My heart racing. They think it's weird when the man cry. I've been reaching for my goals with my hands tied. If he ain't hurting nobody, let the man try. Lately, I've been trying to catch a plane flight standby. But where's the principle? They trying to put fear in you. I'ma get this bread till I push a whip miracle. I'm a humble dude. You won't never catch me out of line. But I bring it to your front door, nigga, Amazon. See, now I'm snapping. I'm sick of the doubt. Mama love me, but every other week she kicking me out. Now certain things I can't stand. Help me understand. Is this your way of forcing me to grow up to become a man? See, now I understand you gotta be your biggest fan because the world don't owe you nothing. I ain't looking for no hand or no handout. Listen to my voice here with the man bout. Why the hell you trying to fit in when you would stand out? And I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Damn, he wasn't playing when he said no beat, just bars.
Just bars.
Honestly, I respect that because that's it. That's all you need. If your lyrics are strong enough, that's all you need.
That's a message. That's a message.
Boom. All right. I mean, that's a good ending point. I don't think you can like go out a better way than that. So on that note, this is Mystery Girl. You're tuned in to Shut Up and Listen. I'm a co-host here, the Bearded Enigma, and I have my special guest Tayvon, who just did that lovely freestyle.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna just start saying that from now. No beat, just bars. I'm just gonna walk around mad intense, just saying that to people. I like that. You gave me one to use now. And on that note, we're gonna play Burberry Umbrella because by Tayvon, and I really like that one. I mean, I like all of them, but I really like that one. So I'm gonna play that one.
Turned, that's why.
Yay! You know. I rolled in getting turned. I'm a roll out getting turned. So, Burberry Umbrella, and then I'm gonna play some past Mystery Mix songs for y'all because I gotta show love to my peoples, and I'll be back.